Good evening and welcome to Rochester High School, home of the Zebras, as they host the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings here. We currently have a game in progress. It is the JV team, and we are in the fourth quarter, and we will follow that. Our WROI will be broadcasting tonight's game with RTC for the varsity game. And I just basically want to give you an introduction and thank you for watching here tonight. We will just proceed to continue with the JV portion of tonight's event.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what...
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, that's going to wrap up the JV portion tonight. I do want to thank you for watching and ask that you do stay tuned here for the varsity game, which will start here in roughly 20-25 minutes. I do know that there is a special presentation here tonight by the Grace preschool children. So just stay tuned and we will carry that live here on RTC TV4. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
pay her. She needs a raise.
Rochester came out with a 3-point victory in the JV game, and so, you know, even the music was more upbeat tonight than what it was Tuesday night. So
yeah, this is, you know, we were talking a little bit before we went on. This is what we remember high school basketball being like. Both sides of the gym, absolutely packed. Not very many seats left.
Yeah.
This is how it used to be on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah, you're right, and you know, this is what you and I were accustomed to growing up with a Friday night basketball game.
Exactly right.
And it's good to see that the gym, you know, near capacity tonight.
JV game went to Rochester over Tippecanoe Valley 45-42. Quinn Stasiak and Blake Hughes at 12 for the Zebras earlier tonight. We had a chance to talk to Zebra head coach Rob Malco. We'll do that next. You're listening to the Rochester Iron and Metal pregame show on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
That could be a problem, but you know, it's Friday night, and you know, it is Valley, and I would like to think it wouldn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
But there's no question with a Valley game should be a little more juice.
Absolutely.
And I know they're going to bring it. I know they're going to have it, and I know their whole team was there when we played Argus, watching us play the other night, along with, I think, a lot of other coaches in the area. They must have had the night off, and you know, we gave them something to watch there for 3.5 quarters, and like you said, the thing about playing a team like Argus and the style in which they play, it's kind of like the old Casson teams with Coach Hicks. You get down by 4 or 5 points with 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game, and it's kind of like being down 12 in a regular situation in a normal team, because they're so good at being methodical, and they make their free throws, and if you do pressure them, they're good ball handlers, and they'll find the open guy, and they might get a layup or an easy jump shot. So that's why when it was 11-11 at halftime, I was pretty pleased with that. And at the end of the third, it's 21-19. I was okay with that, and we were right where we wanted to be. And yet, you know, there was a minute or so in that fourth quarter where they got a couple buckets and we couldn't convert, and now you're down 5, and now, doggone it, we got to find a way to score, and the pressure's on, and that changes everything about how you're trying to get things done.
You know, we talked before that game a little bit how I thought maybe Calvary could do something in this game tonight and on Tuesday, and I know he only had a 3-point bucket maybe, but I liked he finally was looking for a shot.
Well, he did, and it was a good shot, and he knocked it down there early in the first quarter, and you know, the rest of the game, he wasn't able to get anything, but like you said, he was working for it, he was looking for it, you know, and you got to give credit to Argus sometimes. I think sometimes we take a look at people say, well, you know, we didn't shoot well, or we didn't do this, or we didn't do that. Well, sometimes you got to tip your hat to the opponent and say, hey, they played us tough defensively. They scouted us well. They closed out really well on Nick Allen, and he had trouble shooting over their defenders. And what can Nick take from that? A little pump fake and put the bounce on the floor and make something else happen. So these are things that our guys have got to understand. For every action, there's a reaction.
Sure.
But I think sometimes the game's going kind of fast for them, and they're taking it all in, and bam, it's a blink. And that's the thing I love about this sport, is everything is a snap, and it changes in a blink. But the other part is how to coach kids to adjust to that and make plays under those circumstances.
Yeah. So you come back Wednesday and Thursday, preparing for now Tippecanoe Valley. How was the walkthrough? How was practice?
Well, I thought practice went really well. I mean, we came in on Wednesday and we went hard. This is no time to slow down or try and find anything but how hard we can work defensively, how hard we work offensively, and break down guards and break down bigs, keep working on the fundamentals of how to score better under the bucket or how to get open better on the perimeter. And we worked that on Wednesday, and then last night we did a little more of that, but then we started thinking about how we want to attack Valley's 1-3-1 when they extend their defense, and they sometimes play a 2-3 here lately. We wanted to make sure we were comfortable with how we wanted to attack it, plus make sure our mentality's right on how we're going to defend, and make sure our guys know that number 24 Dalrymple can't shoot. And one of the things that I tried to emphasize to them is that when we give them a scouting report, it's not that, hey, that's their shooter. I'm telling you he can't shoot. This isn't get out, close out, oh, there it goes, he's a good shooter. Take him out of his rhythm, can't have it, not allowed, defend accordingly. And that's one of the things we're trying to get better at too, is recognition and talking about where the shooters are, so that we're hedging toward that shooter, so as the pass goes, we go. And you can take a kid out of their rhythm if you're really focused on how to do it as a team, and I hope we can do that tonight.
So Rob, who are their shooters?
Well, I look at Dalrymple, I look at Parker. They're, I believe, and from what I've seen and the stats show, they're better three-point shooters. Trapedi, good ball handler, point guard mentality, will shoot, but really likes to put it on the bounce and create probably more 15 feet in. And they've got a big kid, and I can't think how they say his last name. It's Monrovia, or I'm not sure, but Melanson?
Yeah.
Coach Kelly says Melanson, that's what we're going with. He's just a pretty good shooter from 15 feet. Not really going to stretch you, but he's more of a big anyway.
Yeah.
So that would be a good matchup for Alex. The Potter kid is kind of a role player for him, but at the same time, he has the ability to put the ball in the basket, closer to the bucket. And we know what we're supposed to do. We know how we're supposed to do it. But as everything is at this level, it's a matter of execution, and we'll see what we can do.
I was just getting ready to say that. Let's just do what we do.
Yeah, no doubt. And, I'm trying to take pressure off the guys. I know how badly they want to do it, and I know last night I got on them pretty hard, and I just, I said, how many of you guys are, feeling tight? I mean, it's and they're like, a couple of them are like nodding their head, and I go, you got to get over it. I said, you got to put your big boy pants on.
Yeah.
We got to go. I mean, it's time. It's mid-January. We got to get over those feelings, and we've got to play through things, and we've got to know that there's an answer and find that answer and go execute. And, I've had teams where you just don't think they're going to get it, and then you go to practice next week, and it's like, son of a gun, here we go. And then I've had a couple teams where they never did get it.
Yeah.
And, those are frustrating times. So I don't know what this one's going to do. I know they're working hard. I cannot complain about our work ethic, and they're good guys, but we really got to go out and execute.
Yeah. So keys to win.
Well, I think we got that recognition factor on their shooters, not allowing them to get shots. I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm saying, no, they can't shoot. Close out, get in their face, take the shot away, and if they do, it's on the bounce and something they're not comfortable doing. But to catch and shoot, guys, can't catch and shoot. We got to know that. We can't close out kind of, sort of. We got to close out hard.
Right.
And that's what we worked on, the last couple of days. But the other piece of it, we need to knock down shots. We got to move the ball. We got guys who can knock down shots, but for the last couple of weeks to 3 weeks now, it's been hard, and they've lost a little confidence. And we're working on drills to help get their confidence back. We're working on technique and everything. And when it comes to being a shooter, you got to be a little bit cocky. You know, you got to know. And hopefully a couple of guys regain that confidence, and we can knock down some shots and make some things happen.
Okay. Rob, your 5 starters.
Same as we've been running with. We'll have Isaiah and Calvary at guard, Alex at center, and Kyle and Brady at forward.
Okay. Rob, thanks for your time. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
That was Zebra head coach Rob Malco here on the Rochester Iron Metal pregame show. That's going to wrap up the pregame show tonight. When we come back, we'll have the opening tip at Rochester along with the starters. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Rochester High School. Time now for the Pledge of Allegiance. It's being led tonight by Grace United Methodist Preschool, Pre-K, and Wee Ones classes. Holding the flag tonight will be Owen Murphy, son of Joe and Kristen Murphy. Rochester High School band. Rochester High School for tonight's TRC matchup featuring our guests, the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings.
First for the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings. At one guard will be a 5'8" junior, Tanner Trapiti. At a second guard, a senior, a 6-foot senior, Parker Dalrymple. At another guard, a senior, 6-foot, Cameron Parker. At one forward, a 6-foot senior, Jalen Shepard. And the other forward, a 6-foot senior, Wes Melanson. Tippecanoe Valley coach by Mr. Chad Patrick. For the Rochester Zebras, at one guard will be a 6-foot junior, Isaiah Jackson. At the other guard, a 6-foot junior, Calvary Lingenfelder. At one forward, a 6'4" sophomore, Kyle Reinhardt. The other forward, 6'5" senior, Brady Perez. And in the middle of the night for the Rochester Zebras, 6'7" senior, Alex Onnefield. Rochester coach by Mr. Rob Malco. if there was ever a night, Brad, that we needed our bigs, not just Alex on the field, but Brady Perez, Kyle Reinhardt, tonight's the night.
I agree. They're definitely going to have the advantage in the paint. I think if Isaiah Jackson and either one of the Stasiaks can get things started on the outside, it's going to open up the middle inside, and those guys, Reinhardt, Perez, and Onifield, can have a big night.
Again, the JV game with the Rochester over Tippecanoe Valley, 42, make that 45-42. Quinn Stasiak and Blake Hughes each with 12 for the Rochester Sabres. We mentioned in the pregame, it is electric in here.
It is. It's a big crowd, and everybody's ready for this ball game. These two teams are about as even as you're going to get. They're both, similar records. They both give up the same amount of points. They score about the same amount of points, so it should really be a good competitive ball game.
One thing that Rochester cannot do, and you heard Coach Malco talk about it, they cannot let Parker Dalrymple go off tonight.
Yeah, he's the scoring threat from Tippecanoe Valley. And I think opposite of that, Rochester needs to get things started defensively to try and fire their offense. We've seen Jackson have a big game. We've seen Perez have a big game.
Yes.
We've seen Onifield have a big game. But we haven't seen two people do it in the same game.
Let's bring it all together.
It'll be a good night.
It will be Shepard and Perez to jump center. Rochester with their home whites, the Valley Vikings and the road greens. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. The varsity action underway as the Sabres control the tip. Quickly across the timeline is Jackson. Man-to-man defense against Tippecanoe Valley. Jackson rises up, like it. Offensive rebound on a field, taken away by Shepard. I'd like to move by Isaiah Jackson.
I did too. Let's attack the basket right away.
Absolutely.
No hesitation on his part.
Rochester in a man-to-man defense. Trapedi runs the point for the Vikings as he backs it out to the center circle. Bounce pass higher to the near side to Parker. Parker, a couple dribbles to his left at the free throw line, out the side to Dalrymple. He drives it right, a floating teardrop shot, no good, gets his own rebound, pulls it back outside, picked up by Perez. Brady Perez, wrap around pass to Jackson, leader all the way off the glass is good.
Great job by Perez and Jackson that time, working together. Perez able to get a wraparound pass down low to Jackson. Jackson with the fake to get him the easy bucket.
Dalrymple around the defense at the volleyball line, high on the right side of Parker. Parker gets a pick from Shepard, takes him to the right, pull up jumper to the free throw line, off the back of the rim, no good. Ball being tipped around, Jackson comes out of there with it, now it gives to Lingenfelder. Cavalry ahead, has it picked off by Trapedi. Trapedi will go to the basket, his jumper no good. And the ball saved from going out of bounds, ball still loose on the floor. Brady Perez did not establish getting himself back in bounds before he touched the basketball. Out of bounds, Rochester Valley will keep it.
I like the hustle.
I do too.
Rochester doing a good job of limiting Valley to one shot.
Trapedi gets it into Shepard. Shepard against Onifield, outside of Dalrymple. Dalrymple high on the right side, dribbles with his left hand, now backs it out of the volleyball line, now hands it off to Trapedi. Trapedi runs the point, gets a pick from Melanson, goes to the left wing, high on the left side against Jackson in man-to-man defense. Now to Melanson, quickly near side of Parker. Parker looking for the flashing Dalrymple, good defense by Cavalry Lingenfelder. The leaner by Trapedi is no good. The rebound going to be tipped around. Valley comes out of there with it. Three for Dalrymple, left wing, too hard. Lingenfelder grabs the board. Rochester runs to our left, up 2-0. Brady Perez to Jackson, fakes a three, drives it in the paint, rises up from 10 foot, it's good.
Another good take by Jackson, getting himself in the paint, finding an opening.
4-0 Rochester, 2 minutes into the first quarter. Nick Allen will come into the next dead ball opportunity for the Zebras. Dalrymple runs a baseline. His layup on the way is off the glass too hard, and Onifield grabs the board.
Rochester taking advantage, or trying to take advantage of Valley's poor shooting to start the game.
Lingenfelder at the free throw line, out to Jackson, just inside the arc. Long jump on the way is short, and the rebound to Perez. He loses on the way up, picked up by Trapedi. Valley runs down by forward. Trapedi coast to coast. Right-handed layup is good, and the Valley's Vikings are on the board.
Rochester got to do a better job in transition.
5:25 to play, first quarter. Rochester up 4-2. Student section for both sides, fantastic.
Yeah. It's as biggest I've seen it all year.
Right arcs, Onifield, jumper's good. Love me some post-to-post passing.
Onifield, good job of keeping the ball above his head, getting it up off the glass.
Valley with the basketball, Rochester in a man-to-man defense. Rochester up 6-2. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
No line change coming for Rochester. Coach Malco looking to keep the legs fresh.
Dalrymple high on left side, true Tripedi. Tripedi now to Melanson, near side to Dalrymple. Fakes the three, wrap around pass to Parker. Parker, jump pass outside, Tripedi. Three, left wing. Good as it rattles in. Valley cuts the Rochester lead to 1. It's 6-5, 4:40 to play in the first quarter. Lingenfelder runs the point, 2-3 zone by the Vikings. High on the right side to Perez. Brady a couple of dribbles to his right, back to Cavalry. Lingenfelder now to Jackson, left baseline. Jackson splits the defense in the paint. And he's going to have his pass knocked out of bounds by Melanson. It'll stay with Rochester baseline left. Bryce Abbott, Trey Stasiak. Nick Young comes back in for the Rochester Zebras. Comes in for the first time. Nick Allen, that is, I'm sorry. Comes in for the first time. And sitting down is Perez, Lingenfelder, and Jackson. Pass comes in to Abbott. Bryce Abbott high on the right side. One dribble to his left. Now to Trey Stasiak in the left wing. Trey around the 2-3 zone. Now to Abbott. Abbott drives the baseline. Cut off by the double team. Out to Onafield. Now to Trey. Trey Stasiak. Right wing three is short. Gets his own rebound on the baseline. Trey outside to Allen. Three right baseline for the Zebras is good.
Nice job by Stasiak to chase down that loose ball after the miss and get it to Allen for the open three.
9-5, Rochester under 4 to play in the first quarter. Tripedi gets a pick, rolls to the right side. Now to Parker at the right elbow, outside to Tripedi. Tripedi inside the defense, down low to Parker. They got Shepard, his layup is good. Yeah, travel, that's what I thought too.
I thought so too, yep.
3:40 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 9-7. Stasiak high on the right side. Now to Reinhardt in the paint, rises up left hand, shot the window short, and the rebound to Valley.
That should be a travel.
And now we're going to have a jump ball, and Valley going to get it back anyway.
Yep.
Coming in the first time for the Vikings is Jace Potter, a 6'2 sophomore, make that a 6'2 junior. It'll be Valley basketball going to our right, 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Tripedi through the center circle, Rochester in a man-to-man defense. Pass to Melanson against Reinhardt. High on left side to Dalrymple. Dalrymple around the pick. Gets fouled, no call. Out to Parker. Three right wings, in and out, no good. And the ball is being tipped around. And when Melanson comes out of there with it, but what happened?
On the baseline.
Melanson was pushed out of bounds and loses it out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The guys in stripes letting them play.
Yeah, that's a...
Full court press by the Vikings. 9-7 Rochester. Reinhardt to Abbott. Abbott around the defense in the paint. Down low. Onafield, his layup is good. 11-7.
With 4 first quarter points.
Under 3 to play in the first quarter. Crossover dribble, Tripedi. Step back jumper, the free throw line. He's good. Smooth.
Yeah, he's got 7 of the 9.
11-9. Rochester, 2:45 to play in the first quarter. Allen runs the point against the 2-3 zone. Works right on the right side is Trey Stasiak. Stasiak with the basketball, now to Abbott.
Nobody guarding Abbott when he has the basketball.
Abbott at the free throw line, loses the handle, picks up the loose ball in the paint. Down low to Onafield. He loses the basketball. Ball loose to the floor. We're going to have a tie-up, and it's going to stay with Rochester. Northfield girls keep their TRC chances alive tonight by defeating North Miami 46-23 in Denver.
Okay, so that'll set up a big game down the way with Manchester and Tippecanoe Valley at the end of the season.
We'll talk about the Tippecanoe Valley game tomorrow here shortly. Bounce pass comes into Reinhardt. Kyle outside it. Jackson's back in the game. He goes to the basket hard. Layup is good.
Isaiah Jackson with his 6th first quarter.
Take it to the basket, young man. That's what we've been waiting for a while. Good for him.
He's been attacking it since the start of the game.
Tripedi, jump pass outside. Now Parker.
Keep an eye on Tripedi. He's got 7 of their 9 in this first quarter.
Parker in the right corner. Now to Tripedi. Tripedi drives it right, feeds down low to Potter, kicks it out to Jalen Potter. Now Parker top of the key. 3 straight away for the Vikings is good. Rochester lead down to 1 with 100 seconds to play in the first quarter. Zebras with the basketball. Nick Allen to Jackson in the paint. Isaiah fakes, rises up, foul the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Got fouls on Melanson, his first, team first.
And Shepard will come back in for Chad Patrick's bunch. Also Will Dalrymple. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Isaiah Jackson to the free throw line for 2 with Rochester up 13-12 with 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Jackson, his southpaw free throw. No good, short. So Melanson and Parker to come out for the Vikings. Minute 30 to play, first quarter. Rochester up 13-12. Isaiah Jackson to the line for one more for the Zebras. Jackson ready. Eyes the second one. Junior lets it fly. And it's good this time as it rattles home. 14-12. Parker runs the point for the Vikings. He'll walk it through the center circle where the man-to-man defense awaits him at the volleyball line. Parker now in the center circle and directs traffic at the minute 20. Bounce pass almost taken away, and then Reinhardt knocks it out of bounds. How about that hustle by the sophomore? Otterfield back in, and Reinhardt will come out.
Quick hands. He was able to reach around and flip the ball.
Jalen Potter will look to trigger it in right in front of the Rochester bench, gets it into Parker. Cameron Parker against Jackson near the timeline. Minute 10 to play in the first quarter, Rochester by 2. Parker high on the left side to Jalen Potter. Gets a pick from Shepard. Around the pick goes the free throw line. Kicks it out to Dalrymple. Dalrymple takes it right hard. His floater in the lane is good as it rolls over the front of the rim.
It's his first points of the game.
And we're tied at 14. Jackson outside left, 50 seconds to play first quarter. Jackson, crossover dribble. High on the right side of Lingenfelder, now to Allen. 3, right wing is short, and the Cavalry Lingenfelder saves the ball from going out of bounds. And now Valley has it. Jalen Potter, outside right, spot up 15-footer on the way. Is in and out, no good. The putback by Potter is good. And that was Jace Potter, and Vikings lead for the first time tonight, 16-14. 25 seconds.
Fortunately, Lingenfelder's saving of that basketball started the fast break for Tippecanoe Valley.
Yeah. 20 seconds. Lingenfelder, couple of dribbles, now to Jackson with 15. Isaiah holds with 13. Back to Cavalry Lingenfelder, now to Allen with 10. Lingenfelder with 9. Out to Jackson with 7. Back to Lingenfelder, now to Allen with 5. In the corner to Perez. Long jumper's good at the 3 with 2. With 1 and after 1. Rochester leads 17-16. You're listening to Zebra Basketball. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you. RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
Go to the second quarter. The Zebras lead 17-16, and Valley will get the ball first to start the second quarter. You know, we were kind of talking there off the air. Fantastic first quarter. Can Rochester keep this intensity? Can Rochester keep the foot on the gas mentality?
They'll need to if they're going to stay with this Valley team, because you know they're going to keep the pace up.
Jalen Potter works against Allen, top of the key. Cut off by the defense, down to Melanson, the left baseline. Melanson backs it out behind the wing, top of the key, now to Dalrymple. Dalrymple holds against Lingenfelder, behind his back dribble between the circles. Back to Melanson. Wes Melanson drives, cut off by the defense, rises up over Reinhardt and puts it in for 2.
Melanson with his first bucket of the ball game.
18-17 Valley. Lingenfelder in the paint, cut off by the defense, and then the pass is, the pass is knocked out of bounds by Melanson. Nope, they're going to say it's tipped off of Melanson, then off of Jackson. I guess I'm the only one that was arguing that. Okay.
I didn't know anybody here. I just thought it was passed it straight out of bounds.
18-17 Valley. They've got the basketball. Trapini top of the key against Jackson. Kicks it outside to Melanson. Melanson around the defense. Cut off by Jackson. Outside to Trapini. 3 in the way is short. The rebound offensively to Trapini.
Yeah, those are balls Rochester's got to get their hands on.
Trapini to Potter. Wiener. No. Defensive rebound to Reinhardt. Jackson in the paint, kicks it out to Perez. Long 19-footer's good again.
Perez, after hitting the 3, has finished the first quarter, starts the second quarter with a jumper.
19-18 Rochester. 6:45 to play in the second quarter, and on the drive, Jackson is going to foul Trapedi. That's going to be out of bounds to the Vikings.
Jackson's first, team first.
On the field, back into the game. Also, Allen maybe, and on the field. Parker back in. Dalrymple back in as well. Shepard gets the inbounds pass, rises up, shot no good. Rebound offensively again, this time by Parker. Parker out to Trapedi.
Rochester doing a good job challenging every shot in the paint, but they're not getting their hands on the missed shot.
Trapedi fakes a shot, drives it, kicks it out to Melanson. 3 left baseline. Nope. Rebound to Shepard, put back, nope. And then the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by Trapedi. It'll go back to Rochester. Yeah, but you just nailed it. Right now, Valley is getting too many opportunities offensively.
Yeah.
And then Rochester will use a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
.6:22 to play in the first half. Rochester up by 1 in that timeout. Coach Malco kind of lightened them up a little bit, but you know what? I think they earned that. He said the pregame show that we had to close out, period. We got to close out and keep them to 1 and done, and they're not doing that here so far in the first quarter and a half, and then Rochester turns it over after the timeout. Trapedi through the center circle. Spot up 3 over Jackson straight away. Too hard. Hey, good rebound by Nick Allen. Boy, he was up there too.
Got up off the floor there.
Jackson drives the baseline, Euro step, jumper, no good, on the field, put back, high off the glass is good.
Great job by Onfield. He timed that perfectly for the rebound and kept the ball high to get it back over the rim.
21-18 Rochester, 5:45 to play in the first half. Trapedi hands off to Parker, left wing, now at the free throw line to Kraft. Kraft in the corner to Melanson, now Trapedi. Trapedi takes Jackson to the basket. Jump stop, rises up, 5 foot, shot no good, defensive rebound to Allen. Another one, 2 consecutive defensive boards for Nick Allen. He brings it up the floor and then travels, or double dribbles.
Yep. He wanted to get rid of it, but Valley closed up the passing lane.
Rochester girls, Tippecanoe Valley girls, tomorrow night at Tippecanoe Valley, weather permitting.
Yes, so keep your ear to the radio. We'll let you know. I would plan on that game taking place unless you hear otherwise.
We're supposed to get, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, somewhere in that vicinity?
Yeah.
If it doesn't go tomorrow night, they're rescheduled right now for Thursday, okay? If it doesn't go, so don't say the radio said it was canceled already, because I didn't say that.
No.
If RTC4 will replay this game tonight and tomorrow, if. Parker around the defense to Kraft, now Trapedi. Trapedi. Jace Potter, 15-footer is good. If both these teams keep shooting like this, we're going to approach 80 or 90 in a hurry.
Yeah.
Wrap around pass to Allen, high on the left side of Perez. Brady with the basketball. Couple of dribbles to his left, cut off on the baseline. Jump pass over the defense to Allen. Long 3, right wing is off the back of the rim, no good. Reinhardt's put back, good.
Reinhardt's playing that weak side of the basket. Great rebound and put back. Long shot. Long shot from Dalrymple, didn't go.
So I just got a text, so the girls play Wednesday. Funny guy, that's right.
Yeah.
Valley basketball out of bounds, baseline right. Trapedi will look to trigger it in, 4:27 to play in the first half. Lob pass comes in to Jace Potter. While he's in mid-flight, grabs in, puts it in, and cuts the Rochester lead to 1. Coming up at halftime, we're going to talk to Rochester assistant swim coach Kevin Reaney, so you'll want to be listening for that. I'm looking forward to that. Haven't talked to a lot of swimming this year. Allen, the corner to Perez. Brady gets a double team. Jump pass has it picked off by Dalrymple. Dalrymple coast to coast, left-handed layup is good, and Valley back up now, 24-23.
Can't get away with cross-court passes. They don't work out very often.
Under 4 to play in the first half. Valley back up 24-23. Jackson out to Allen. Nick holds against the 2-3 zone. Maybe that's against the 1-3. I beg your pardon. Jackson in the paint, rises up, shot blocked. Picked up by Brady Perez. Brady, his jumper on the way is good. Finger roll goes in, and the Zebras are back up. 25-24. Parker goes coast to coast, finally cut off about 5 feet away from the basket. Now up to Trapiti. Trapiti just inside the arc. Jumper over Allen's no good. Weak side rebound to right arse down to Perez. Brady drives ahead to Allen. Nick Allen high on the right side for the Zebras. Rochester by 1. Big Ted Jackson around the defense of Perez. Down low to right arse. Backs his away and wraparound pass is taken away by Dalrymple. Ball loose, picked up now by Allen. Rochester with the basketball going to our left. 3 to play in the first half. Rochester by 1. Perez, baseline, goes to the basket. The up and under shot, no good. And we're going to have a foul on a field or Dalrymple.
So Dalrymple had the position, and the foul's going to be on Onefeld. That'll be his first, team second.
Cavalry, Lingenfelder and Bryce Abbott back in. Allen and Onefeld get a break. Also back in, Shepard and Melanson. Also, Jalen Potter. Coming out is Parker, Jace Potter, I believe Kraft.
We're starting to see the pace of this game slow down just a little bit as the fatigue sets in on both benches.
3 to play in the first half. Rochester up 25-24. Dalrymple drives the baseline. Leaner on the way is off the glass and in. His first step is explosive, and we don't have anybody to keep up with him.
Yeah.
26-25, Valley. Lingenfelder, jump stop in the paint, loses the handle, ball loose on the floor. Trapiti picks it up. Trapiti will go coast to coast, Leaner on the way is good to foul.
All Bryce had to do was foul him, but what he didn't do was keep him from shooting.
Now Valley up by the biggest lead of the night, 3 for them. Nick Allen back in, Lingenfelder comes out, and Tanner Trapiti at the line to shoot 1 for the Vikings, looking to extend their lead right now to 4 with 2.5 minutes to play in the first half.
Trapiti looking for his 10th point of the ball game.
Trapiti's free throw rattles in, and Parker coming back in, and Trapiti will sit. 29-25 Valley, 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Nick Allen will bring it up. Allen against Parker, across the timeline, against the 1-3-1. To Reinhardt. Jackson, baseline. Isaiah cut off by the triple team, down to Reinhardt in the corner to Perez. Brady, long jumper, short. Good block out by Melanson. He gets a rebound and brings it up the floor. Now ahead to Potter. Jace Potter on the right wing, behind the arc in front of the Rochester bench. Now at the volleyball line, now to Parker, top of the key. Parker backs it out and resets for the Vikings. 2 minutes to play first half, Vikings by 4. Potter pull-up jumper from the free throw line, short. And Jackson with the rebound for Rochester. Isaiah rips and runs. Isaiah left side of the floor, goes to the basket, and he's going to be fouled before the shot or on the shot. It'll be before the shot. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester, baseline left.
Foul on Jalen Potter, his first, team second.
So Jace Potter comes out of the game, that is. It'll be Rochester basketball, baseline left. Jalen, I beg your pardon. Reinhardt to Perez. Corner to Allen. 3, right baseline. No good. We're going to have a foul down low. Is that going to be whistled against Trapiti?
I think it is.
1:46 to play in the first half. Rochester down by 4. Onefeld back in. Neither team really in danger of shooting free throws.
No. Trapiti picked up his first, team third.
Abbott comes out of the game. Onefeld back in. Allen baseline left. Allen gets it into Jackson. Isaiah fakes, drives, jumper blocked. Onefeld put back is good to foul.
Onefeld comes off the bench. He goes right back to work on the boards. Nice job by Allen to drive it into the paint. A little head fake to get the defense off the floor.
Alex Onefeld to the line for 1 to try to cut this Valley lead to 1. Senior does so. 29-28. 100 seconds to play in the first half. Trapiti runs it up. Jogs it through the center circle. High on the left side to Dalrymple. To Melanson, his jumper, the paint is good. Valley up now by 3 at 31-28. Minute and a half to play in the first half. Allen across the timeline. Bounce pass to Reinhardt. Kyle goes to the basket on the baseline. Outside to Perez. Dump down low to Onefeld. Leaner on the way over. The defense is good.
On the field, his 11th point of the game, 7 in this quarter.
31-30. Valley, a minute to play in the first half. Parker on the baseline to Shepard. One dribble back to Parker. Slings top of the key. Trapedi. Left side Dalrymple. Dalrymple fakes. Leaner on the way over on a field. Nope. Offensive rebound. Actually knocked out of bounds by the Zebras. It'll stay with Valley. Baseline right. 54.2 to play in the first half.
Back in the Viking lineup, number 40, Chase Potter.
Jace Potter back into the game for the Vikings, and Shepard to sit down. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Trapedi baseline right. Bounce past him, Lance, and turnaround jumper short. The flat-footed rebound by Reinhardt. Clears out to Allen. Rochester runs down by 1. 45 seconds to play in the first half. Jackson loses the basketball in the paint. Picked up by Parker. Parker, right-handed layup on the way is good. The coaching staff going crazy to tell the Zebras to slow down with 45 seconds.
They wanted that last shot down by 1.
33-30. Valley by 3, 25 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester the basketball. Allen high on the right side with 19. He holds with 18. He holds with 16. He dribbles now with 14. Dribbles with 13. Directs Travis with 12. To Jackson with 10. To Allen with 9. Now to Brady Perez with 7. Back to Allen with 6. Left side to Jackson with 4. Down low to Onafield with 3. Against a double team. Out to Allen. 3 at the buzzer on the way is good. At halftime, the Vikings lead the Zebras 33-30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance Propane,
This
we
is
treat our
old you.
customers like neighbors. Because, well, that's what we are.
And this
when you trust Co-Alliance
is now
Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance
Things
Propane's
change.
seriously local service.
Your insurance
and how
should
you
too.
can get 50 gallons
Talk to
of
an
propane
Indiana Farm
free
Bureau
at
insurance agent. And now you
CoAlliancePropane.com.
can stop knocking on wood.
We're on TV.
We're live every day, aren't we?
Welcome back to Rochester High School. We're at recess where the Vikings lead the Zebras 33-30 in a really entertaining, really upbeat and fast-paced first half. And right now we're going to visit with Rochester assistant swim coach Kevin Reedy right now about the season. We haven't talked. This is the first time we've talked, and I know you've got several under your belt and really eyeing the postseason, Kevin.
Right. We've just been plugging along. We've kind of fly under the radar, do our thing, and really shoot for February is our main goal for everything. I mean, we focus on the conference too, but the sectional and state for both the boys and the girls comes up in the 4 weekends in February, and that's what we're really shooting for.
We're not far away, are we?
No, we're not. It snuck up on us kind of a little bit, although Coach Brown and I and Coach Sanchez and Coach Feldman have been, keeping our finger on the calendar every day and saying, hey, we've got a spot, we know where we're at, and I think we're in a good spot. We're ready to go.
Well, tell me about the kids. Tell me how the season's been.
Well, the girls, we gotta, I don't know about reload and rebuild and all that nonsense, but when you replace, you can't replace two D1 swimmers, but the girls have just not missed a beat. They are really getting after it and really focusing on trying to fill gaps and do what they can and find their spots, and it's a really great group. Adrian Shepard is she's a senior, and she's the girl on the team with her name on the board, on the record board. So she's really been kind of the captain of the group. And then we've got some other kids that have really been working really hard. They've all been working really hard.
Sure.
I'm telling you, it's a group that does not complain, unless like a week and a half ago the pump on the pool broke and the water went down to 72 degrees. They complained about that.
I can understand that.
And yeah, that's the only thing they complain about.
Well, Kevin, you say that, but wasn't that the kind of the tone that was set long before them?
Yeah, that's kind of the culture that we're at right now. Dr. Feldman has them in the weight room on Monday, Wednesday, and the circuit on Saturday, and it's a workout that is it is tough. It is really tough, and they just come in and they do their thing, and the boys and the girls they work together, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of. And you got kids like Mallory Hyatt and Paige Bodie and Ellie Shank and Gracie Andrews and Riley Rao. They just come in. They know what it's going to be like. They know this is December and January are going to be miserable, but it's super fun in February. So so that's what they're eyeing, and they're living through this. And we got the conference a week from Saturday, and I think it'll be fine. It'll be fun. You can only do what you can do. It's a numbers game at the conference.
And Mechanical is pretty good.
Well, yeah, and they've got some numbers. So with the other schools not having a whole bunch of kids, you score 16 places or 12 places. It's a numbers game. Yeah. So the girls and the boys, they both understand what's going on, and we are not racing a kid. We are not racing a team. We're racing the clock. And as of yet, the clock is undefeated.
I've heard that.
So
you got the guys in there by chance?
Yeah, we do. We've got a pretty good group. I mean, we've replaced some guys that have their name on the record board 4 times, so 3 or 4 times. So when you have that, you have some holes to fill. And we got Mason Beal, who returns as a state qualifier, and he's eyeing another shot at Indianapolis. That's the ultimate goal, is to get to Indianapolis to swim in the elite state finals. In Indiana, swimming is where you want to put yourself, and they're really working really hard. And every day, we're jostling for position and thinking about what events we're going to swim, how fast we got to go. We got to do those things, and the attitudes are great. And they're led by 2 seniors that are absolutely phenomenal, Adam Brown and Isaac Smith, who just have this never say die. This is what we're going to do. This is how we do it. This is how we get to where we're going. Attitude, and the kids all just follow, and it's fantastic.
So the other guys on the team?
We have Reese Rini. Yeah, he's sophomore.
He's all right, huh?
He's fine. He's good. He's doing his thing. Reese is kind of a cheerleader. He understands and knows what the other kids' PRs are, personal records are, and helps cheer on those kinds of things. And then you have those sophomores. Anthony Peterson and Ethan Brady, who are, they're really coming into their own. It's going to take some time, and it's a strength game, and Dr. Feldman's working on that. And Calvin Sager's done a really good job of coming in from football and filling in there. And Brody Stone, Brody's a junior, and he's a one-sport kid, and boy, he's really coming along, and we're going to really need him down the stretch. So it's been, and we have 2 divers. Let's see, Bradley Beckel and Caden Kelly that we haven't had before, and we're going to count on those 2 boys for some points, and that's super fun. That's an event where we get a great big zero, and now we got 2 boys that can do their deal. So we're really looking forward to it, and but the hammer's down, and it's going to be for the next 3 or 4 weeks, and we're really looking forward, like I said, to February and seeing where they can end up.
Swim tomorrow?
Practice. We're doing a 45-minute circuit over at the middle school if you want to come watch or participate.
Yeah.
And then we'll do an hour and 20 minutes in the pool. But we don't swim. We have the conference next Saturday, so we're ready for that.
Kevin, I appreciate you coming by and talking to us about the season, and we want to wish you the best of luck from here on out, and hopefully you've got a bunch of kids going to the postseason.
Well, we are working on it, and that's always the goal, and we are really, really happy to represent Rochester and the Zebras.
I appreciate your time. Thank you. Rochester assistant swim coach Kevin Rini here at the break. We're going to let Brad slide in here right now and kind of give his first half stats. Rochester trails at the break 33-30.
For Tippecanoe Valley.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. a team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's Seriously Local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Brocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at brockyinsurance.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
The Vikings up 33-30. Perez, Allen, Jackson, on a field, and Reinhardt's on the floor for the Zebras. Dalrymple, Torpedi, Melanson, Parker, and Shepard for the Vikings.
Big first 3 minutes here in the second half for Rochester.
Allen, baseline, gives Reinhardt to the left elbow. Kyle, one dribble, outside to Allen. We really need to keep the intensity we had the entire first half.
Yeah, Rochester being patient here on the offense.
Perez to Jackson. Isaiah runs into the defense, picks up a loose ball out to Allen. Allen around the defense, now backs it out behind the three-point line in front of the Rochester bench, feeds down low to Onafield. Against a double team to Jackson, to baseline to Reinhardt. Over the defense to Perez in the right corner. Brady a couple of dribbles. To Jackson, outside to Allen. Down low to Reinhardt. Kyle against a double team to Allen. Three, left wing is short. Defensive rebound to Melanson.
Ran a lot of time off, didn't get anything for it.
Yeah, something was just missing there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Minute gone in the third quarter. The Vikings lead 33-30. And they've got the basketball going to our left now. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Rochester in the 2-3 zone. Torpedi, long three is short. And Reinhardt grabs the board with his right hand. Outlets to Allen. Nick runs for the Zebras, down by three. Nick on the right wing, hesitates, now accelerates, now pulls it back outside. Bounce pass to Jackson to the right elbow. Jackson dribbles to the left wing, now pulls it out and resets for the Rochester Zebras near the timeline. 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Rochester down by three. Bounce pass to Brady. Perez holds against Parker. Man-to-man defense to Reinhardt. Kyle run dribble, now to Jackson. Isaiah in the paint. Leans in, kicks it out to Perez. Brady now to Onafield on the right side. Baseline to Jackson. Isaiah against the double team. Has his pocket picked by Shepard. Gives to Torpedi. Langenfelder will come back into the game. Torpedi with the basketball for the Vikings. 5:45 to play, third quarter, 33-30. And Coach Chad Patrick said, hey, calm down. If they don't have the ball, they can't score.
Both teams going to be a lot more patient on the offensive side of the ball, it looks like.
Well, they were here and watched Argus play on Tuesday night.
Right.
Melanson. And then Dalrymple loses his footing, picked up by the Zebras. Nick Allen with the basketball, and finally gets it to Reinhardt. Back to Allen. Pushes ahead to Jackson. Rochester down by 3. Perez in the baseline. His wraparound pass stolen by by Shepard. And they're going to say Shepard
was on the line.
Yeah, on the line, out of bounds.
He tried to bang it off Perez, but they're going to say he stepped on the line first.
Brady jammed a finger on his right hand. Bounce pass comes into Reinhardt's. Now to Perez in the right wing. Brady holds. Now to Allen, down to Reinhardt's. Kyle to Perez. Brady just inside the arc. Long jumper's up too hard. And the rebound comes out of there with Melanson. Now Trapedi. Parker with the basketball, high on the right side of Dalrymple. Dalrymple, floater in the paint, high off the glass, no good. And an offensive rebound, and I believe Onnefield is going to pick up the foul on the reach-in.
He is. That'll be his second. Team first of the half.
34, Onnefield, his second team.
Girls basketball tomorrow night, weather permitting. The Lady Zebras at the Lady Vikings in a conference showdown, unless we get the weather. If that game is postponed, it will be played again on Thursday. Trapedi, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, no good. 4.5 minutes to play, third quarter. No one has scored here in the third.
Yeah, both teams a little cold here coming out of the locker room.
Trey Stasiak will come back into the next opportunity for the Zebras. Brady Perez directs traffic, now resets for Rochester at the volleyball line. 2 dribbles, picks it up, now to Langenfelder. Cavalry, leaner, no good, foul on Valley.
That was the first attacking move to the basket since halftime.
Yep, you're right.
This me? Foul, yeah. Fouls on Dalrymple, his team first of the half.
4:18 to play in the third quarter. Valley leads 33-30. Cavalry Langenfelder with 2 for the Zebras. First one for the junior. Nope.
Still looking for his first points in the game.
Trey Stasiak back in, Nick Allen to sit. Also Jace Potter back in, and Shepard will sit. Jalen Potter will come back in for the Vikings, and Dalrymple will get a break. 4:18 to play in the third. Brad Thomas on David Musselman. Did you say both teams are shooting 50%?
In the first half, yep.
Well, yeah. Second for Langenfelder is good this time, and the Valley lead is down to 2. Trapedi brings it up. Trapedi high on the right side of Jalen Potter, back to Trapedi. To Potter. Trapedi. Bounce pass to Melanson in the paint. Against the zone defense. Out to Jalen Potter. Wraparound pass, Trapedi. Top of the key. 2-3 zone by the Zebras. High over the top to Parker. Jalen Potter, right side to Trapedi. To Jace Potter, back to Trapedi. Parker, Trapedi, right wing. Tanner Trapedi, bounce pass to Parker. Top of the key to Melanson, now left corner to Potter. Cross court to Trapedi near the sideline. 3:35 to play in the third, 33-31. Valley on top, and has taken at least a minute off the clock here on this trip.
Yeah, they haven't even really made a move into the paint this possession.
North Miami boys up on Northfield after 1, 18-12.
Bit of a surprise.
Yep. Trapedi to Parker. Trapedi around the defense, loses the handle, picked up by Onnefield. Now to Perez. Rochester let Valley run about a minute and a half on the clock, and then Perez right here. Layup is good, and we're tied at 33.
Nice job by Perez. Nobody picked him up. He just kept going.
Parker to Potter. Trapedi left wing. Top of the key now for the Vikings. Out to Potter. Long 3 right wing is good. Valley back up by 3 with 2:40 to play in the third. Langenfelder against the man-to-man defense. He stays in the center circle. Bounce pass to Trey Stasiak on the right side. Gets a pick from Onnefield. Outside to Langenfelder on the right side behind the arc right in front of the Rochester bench. Rochester going to our right, down by 3. 2:15 to play in the third. Langenfelder around the horn. Kicks it outside to Perez, high on the left side, near the volleyball line. Fakes right, goes left, leaner on the way, blocked out of bounds by Potter. It'll stay with Rochester. Shepard and Dalrymple back in for the Vikings. Melanson and Trapedi will have a break. Langenfelder baseline left to look to get it in for the Zebras. 36-33, timeout Rochester. It's a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
7 to play in the third quarter. Some scores from Val from around the area. Girls basketball. Triton defeats Culver tonight 26-20. Guys basketball at half. Wabash leads Manchester 30-24. Also Southwood over Whitco at the half 37-32. And Mechanical by 5 right now after 3 over Peru. Nope. I'm sorry. Yes, Mechanical leads by 5 over Peru at halftime. Okay. And then North Miami on top of Northfield after 18-12. So after the timeout, Rochester Lingenfelder gets it in to Stasiak. And now to Lingenfelder across the timeline. Lingenfelder in the paint, stops, pops, jumpers, nope. Offensive rebound to Reinhardt. Cross court to Perez. Brady behind the arc in the left wing, now backs it out and resets for the Zebras. Now drives it to the baseline, cut off by Parker. Lingenfelder high on the left side. 100 seconds to play in the third quarter, man. This has been a quick one. It's 36-33, 36-33, Tippecanoe Valley.
Not much scoring in this third quarter after a fiery first half.
Yeah.
Both teams scoring 16, 17 points a quarter in that first half. We've only got 3 apiece here.
It's come to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
Stasiak, left side of Perez, down the corner to Lingenfelder. Cavalry. Step back 3, keeps his dribble, jump stop in the paint, outside of Perez. Brady, top of the key for the Rochester Zebras, 1:20 to play in the third, kicks it out to Lingenfelder. Left elbow to Brady Perez. Jump stop, out to Reinhardt, top of the key to Lingenfelder. Cavalry takes it left, on the way, found the shot, he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Jalen Shepard picks up his second foul, second of the half.
1:09 to play in the third quarter. Rochester down by 3. Coach Patrick will bring back Trapidi and Melanson.
Lingenfelder hits the first one.
And Potter, Jalen Potter and Parker to come out. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Lingenfelder with one more, looking to cut this Valley lead to 1. With 1:09 to play in the third. Second for the junior, rattled in and back and falls through. Timeout Valley. It'll be a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Smith Farm Stores has everything you need for your home and your farm, both inside and out. We are your local Steel, Skag, and Simplicity dealer, offering a full-service center with a certified technician on site. Smith Farm Stores offers a wide variety of household appliances, including top-brand refrigerators, washing machines, and dryers. We are also a full-service paint center, offering on-site color matching and more. Stop by today or check us out online. Smith Farm Stores, everything you need and more.
This is Old You. And this is Now You.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Ran off a ton of minutes. Neither team has scored a lot.
Yeah, both teams putting the brakes on their fast-paced first half and slowing things down here in this third quarter. Catching their breath, hopefully, for a run in the fourth.
The Vikings, after their timeout with the basketball, going to our left.
Rochester's defensively done a really good job. They've limited Valley to 1 3-pointer.
Here comes a half-court trap. And the Valley Vikings turn it over. Rochester forces a turnover. Brady Perez has it now.
That's just the 4th turnover of the game for Tippy Valley.
And Coach Malco wants one shot.
Yeah.
45 seconds to play in the third quarter, down by 1.
Got to take care of it for 30 seconds.
Bounce pass to Onafield. Alex behind the arc. Now to Reinhardt's. Kyle holds the ball above his head in the corner to Trey Stasiak. Stasiak, jump stop outside of Lingenfelder. 3, left wing, no good. And the rebound to the Vikings. Trapiti runs at 25. Trapiti high on the right side will set up shop for the Vikings. Up by 1 with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. Trapiti dribbles with 13. Tanner Trapiti dribbles with 11. With 10. Here comes a run and jump defense. Melanson down low to Shepard. Lamp is good with 4. With 3. With 2. With 1. And Rochester not going to get a shot off. After 3, the Vikings lead 38-35. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Fourth and final quarter we go. The Vikings lead the Zebras here at Rochester High School 38-35. Rochester on defense against the, what are we doing? The 1-2-2? Is it 3-2? Down Ripple, down low to Shepard. Found him a shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Onafield picks up his 3rd. Team 2nd of the half.
Fouls coming on 34. Onafield, his 3rd, team 2nd of the half.
He's really the only one in foul trouble.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot of fouls, haven't been a lot of turnovers. Shepard to the line for 2 for the Vikings. First one is a line drive free throw that goes in, and that matches the biggest lead of the night for the Vikings of 4. 7:40 to play in the game. Shepard with one more. The senior eyes the second one. Too hard. Brady Perez grabs the board and rips and runs. Perez high on the left side for the Zebras. Now to Lingenfelder. High on the right side to Trey Stasiak. To Reinhardt's at the free throw line. Kyle one dribble out to Lingenfelder. Calvary to Stasiak, high on the right side for the Zebras, right in front of the Rochester bench. Baseline pass to Perez. Brady against the defense, pulls it out against Parker. Now takes his man to the basket. Pull-up jumper short. Parker the rebound. Rochester down by 4 with a minute into the third quarter here at Rochester. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
I would look for Valley to be really deliberate here against the 1-2-2.
Yeah, you're right.
3-2, whatever it is.
We saw 2 or 3 possessions in that third quarter. They were off at least a minute.
Yeah.
And if they do what Argus did to us the other night, that might happen again.
Well, they were all here. They want the
That's exactly right. Girls basketball tomorrow night. The Rochester Lady Zebras on the road at Tippecanoe Valley. That's a 6:15 JV tip. Weather permitting, 7:45 tip for varsity. And Wes Melanson turnaround jumper, the right elbow goes down. And now the Vikings are up by 6 at 41-15.
Limit the possessions and make the most of the ones you get.
And Trapiti is going to be whistled for the foul. 25 feet away from the basket, will be out of bounds to Rochester on the far sideline. Each team would now with just 2 team fouls for the half.
Yeah, that was Trapiti's 2nd.
Nick Allen back in. Trey Stasiak will come out. 6.5 to play in the game. Valley by 6 at 41-35. Perez got to get it in. Bounce pass to Reinhardt's. Kyle the basketball over the top of the defense to Lingenfelder in the center circle. Cavalry drifts to his right. Bounce pass from the baseline to Allen. Turnaround jumper from three is good.
McAllen with a big three-pointer.
And now it's 41-38. Dalrymple for three on the other end. No good. Offensive rebound to Shepard. Now to Parker. Jump pass to Petey. Three straight away. Nope. And Nick Allen with the rebound. No big like Lingenfelder. Rochester down by 3. Under 6 to play in the game. Perez rises up from 10 feet. Good to foul.
And just like that, Brady Perez with the opportunity to tie this game. Trapiti picks up his third, team fourth.
23, Perez.
Perez looking for his 12th point of the ball game.
And it's good and we're tied.
Checking in for Vikings 40, Chase Potter.
5:52 to play in the game. We're tied at 41 at Rochester High School. Trapiti. Baseline pass is kicked away by the Zebras out of bounds. Valley will keep possession, baseline left. 5:43 to play in the game. We're tied at 41 at Rochester.
We'll see if the pace picks up a little bit here in the last 5
minutes. Already. Long pass into to Potter. He's fouled on the shot. It goes down, and I believe Otterfield just picked up foul number 4.
Yes, he did.
Otterfield hits 4th. Team 3rd. Basket's good at line, shooting 1.
So Jace Potter at the line for 1. Looking to push this lead back to 3. Isaiah Jackson comes back for Rochester. Otterfield sits down. Kraft comes back for the Vikings. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
Chase Potter off the bench for the Vikings with 8 in the game, looking for his 9th.
Free throw off the window, no good. Defensive rebound to Lingenfelder. 43-41. Tippecanoe Valley, 5.5 to play in the basketball game. Allen in the corner. Outside to Lingenfelder. Cavalry back to Allen on the right wing. No look pass to Brady. Perez raises up and puts it in for 2.
Perez snuck in on the opposite block behind the defense. Allen with a good pass.
43-43. Vikings with the basketball. Melanson drives the baseline. Pull up 10-footers in and out and back in. And now it's 45-43 Valley. 5 to play in the game. Allen around the defense. Jump pass outside to Lingenfelder. Cavalry passes up a wide open 3. Perez, 18-footer left baseline. Nope. Rebounded Trapiti. He runs. Trapiti will go coast to coast. Runs over Allen. And we're going to have a foul on who? No, out of bounds. It's going to be blocked out of bounds by
Perez. Good job by Perez following the play. He knew that Allen was set up to take the charge. He just made sure the ball didn't go in.
Valley keeps possession, baseline right. Trapiti will look to trigger it in. Right over for Melanson, layup is good.
Melanson does a really good job of finding the openings, and he's got a really good soft touch.
Back to a 4-point lead for the Vikings at 47-43. Jackson around the defense to Lingenfelder, baseline to Allen. Nick Allen against the trap. And now we're going to have a Zebra timeout. It'll be a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
For their bench.
Valley in a 2-3 zone.
Jackson to Nick Allen, high on the left side. Now near side to Lingenfelder. Gets a double team. Out to Perez. Brady in the paint to Jackson outside of Lingenfelder, just inside the arc. Jumper from the free throw line is no good. And the rebound to the Vikings. Parker gives off to Trapiti. Trapiti in the center circle, dribbles, and with 4 minutes to play in the game, works to the left wing. Down low to Potter, fall away jumper is no good. Lingenfelder, the weak side rebound. Ahead to Reinhardt. Kyle outside of Lingenfelder. Cavalry to Allen. 3, right wing, no good. Gets his own rebound on the baseline and steps out of bounds. 3:45 to play in the game. The Vikings up 47-43. The Zebras a ton more energy tonight than what they had on Tuesday.
Oh, absolutely. Much better game.
3:40. Trapiti through the center circle.
Trapiti had 10 points in the first half. He has yet to score in the second half.
How many does Dalrymple have? There's 3 straight away. No good. He's on the rebound.
He's just got 6. Melanson has 10. He's got 6 in this quarter.
Bounce pass to Lingenfelder. Cavalry. Cross court to Brady Perez. Brady in the paint. Lingenfelder fakes a 3. Fouled hard by Dalrymple. It'll be out of bounds to the Zebras. Like we said, both teams, well, Valley's picked up their 5th team foul. Yeah, getting closer, putting Rochester on the line.
Yeah, Dalrymple picked up his 2nd. Yeah, Lingenfelder's got to pull the trigger on that here sooner or later.
3:16. Inbounds pass comes into Brady Perez. Down low to Reinhardt. Kyle to Jackson. Isaiah in the paint. Jump stop. Rises up from 5 feet. No good. Parker with the rebound. Now Trapiti. 3 minutes to play in the game. Vikings by 4. Trapiti against the man-to-man defense. Goes hard left. Jumper's blocked by Rochester. Saved from going out of bounds. Nope. Allen tried, but it banged it off the
leg of Jackson.
Yeah. Valley basketball out of bounds, baseline left. Trapiti will look to get it in with 2:54 to play in the game. The Vikings by 4.
Better find Chase Parker.
Or Dalrymple.
Yeah.
He goes up for the layup, and it's good. Vikings back up by 6, which is their biggest lead of the night. Matches their biggest lead of the night. Allen. Out to Lingenfelder. 3 left wing. Good!
That time he pulled the trigger.
He knew that was down before it went. Rochester down by 3, 2.5 to play in the game. Trapiti kicks it out to Melanson, who's had a big game tonight. Back to Trapiti, 3 left baseline, no good. Lingenfelder with a rebound. Rochester down by 3 and runs to our right. Allen kicks it in the corner to Perez. Brady back to Allen on the baseline. To Perez on the right wing. To Reinhardt, to Lingenfelder, 3 left wing for the ties. Good!
Calvary Lingenfelder with 2 back-to-back 3s here in the 4th. Ties it up.
2 minutes to play in the game. The Vikings with a timeout. It's a 60. We're tied at 49 at Rochester High School. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI RCC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
Our left, Trapiti runs the point for the Vikings.
Like I said, Trapiti's been pretty quiet this second half. He had 10 in the first.
Melanson, Trapiti, top of the key, left side of Dalrymple. Goes left, fouled by Lingenfelder. Not a bad thing.
Yep, first foul on Lingenfelder, team 4.
Baseline left is Trapiti. He'll look to get it in. Long pass to Parker. Parker against Lingenfelder. Works to the right wing, now top Trapiti. Back to Parker, wide open down ripple. 3 left baseline is short, and Lingenfelder with the rebound.
Typically you can't leave down ripple open like that. He hasn't shot well tonight.
Perez in the right corner behind the arc, directs traffic against Parker. Backs his way in on the baseline. Top of the key to Allen. 3 straight away, no good. The weak side rebound, trying to save from going out of bounds, and does, but Valley has it. Great effort by Reinhardt. Trapiti runs it up the floor. 1:10 to play in the game. We're tied at 49, and then Valley throws it away. The Zebras will get it back.
Just the 5th turnover against Tippecanoe Valley, but it could be a costly one. With 1:06 to go, can Rochester run the clock out and get a last shot?
1:06, we're about to find out. Perez will look to get it in.
Guess that's the first challenge, just get it in.
The Vikings will take a timeout. It'll be a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer simply free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
A minute 6 to play in the game. Rochester 49, Tippecanoe Valley 49. It'll be the Zebra basketball after the Valley turnover. Perez will look to get it in right in front of the Rochester bench, going to all right. Brad Thomas on David Musselman. Brady. Got to get it in. And now we're going to have a 5-second call.
Oh, man. Wow.
So the Vikings dodge a bullet on their turnover and get it back with 1:06 to play in the game. We're tied at 49 at Rochester.
Look for Valley to try and run this clock down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rochester's
we've seen it.
Rochester's got to get a couple of fouls.
Trapiti holds in the center circle. Coach Patrick says, let's shoot for the final shot. Rochester going to let the clock run. Trapiti stands in the center circle with 50.
Well, like I said, Trapiti has not scored in this second half. Melanson was 6 in this quarter.
Parker has it against the half-court trap. And it's picked up by Reinhardt. He loses out of bounds. 39 seconds to play in the game.
Reinhardt was going for a layup at the other end.
At least a layup.
He just couldn't control it long enough to keep it in bounds.
39.2 to play in the game. Valley basketball.
Rochester's going to have to work to come out on him, and you got a foul to give.
Trapiti with the basketball with 28. Dalrymple with 27 around the defense. Dumps down low. Shot blocked out of bounds by Porter. The Zebras block it out of bounds. The Vikings will keep possession with 22.6.
Great job by Perez again, getting his hand on the basketball, knocking it out of bounds.
Rochester will take a timeout. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
.6 to play in the game. Rochester, Tippecanoe Valley, tied at 49. Rochester has 1 timeout. The Vikings with 2. It'll be Tippecanoe Valley basketball out of bounds baseline right with 22.9 to play in the game.
Throughout this game, Valley's had success finding Chase Parker on the out-of-bounds play under their own basket. Just a lob pass into him.
You know who else that he's had a pretty good luck tonight is Melanson.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, I'll tell you, if they get it out front, look for Melanson on the baseline. That's where he's found his points.
Rochester has a possession arrow. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. The Zebra fans come to their feet. Trapiti, baseline right. Trapiti looks. Pass into Parker with 20. Parker dribbles away from the defense with 19 and picks up his dribble. Now top of the key to Trapiti. To Dalrymple. Down low to Parker. He loses it. Rochester ties him up. And Rochester will get possession with 12.2 to play in the game. Rochester will use their final timeout. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
12.2 to play in regulation. We're tied at 49 at Rochester. Rochester is out of timeouts. Tippecanoe Valley has 2, and now Valley will have the possession arrow.
Yeah, and Rochester's got to go the full length of the floor. Once again, it all starts with getting the ball inbound.
Yep. Neither team really.
No, Valley's got a foul to give. I mean, they can allow, Rochester's going to have to get it up the court. They got to get across midcourt because there's 12 seconds left.
We got to do a little better job getting it in inbounds this time than we did last. Valley in a full court press. Lingenfelder will look to get it in. Lob it into Brady. He can jump through the roof.
Right.
Lingenfelder gets the ball. Bounce pass into Reinhardt. Kyle. Got 9. Got it with 8. To Brady Perez with 6. Now with 5, now with 4, now with 3, and then Melanson fouls him with 3 seconds of play. Nobody shooting free throws. It'll be out of bounds for Rochester. 3 seconds to play in the game. We're tied at 49.
All right, that's the 6th foul. That's a good call on the coaching staff of Valley. With only 3 seconds left in the game, 5 when they cross midcourt. Foul him, put him on the sideline.
Perez gets it in, look to get it in with 3 seconds. To Allen. Allen with 1. Allen jumper at the buzzer, no good. We're going to overtime. 49-49. Back in 60 seconds. 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Brocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at brockyinsurance.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
And Shepard to jump center to start this overtime period. Not many have left.
No, not many at all.
And they've seen a really good game. Perez and Shepard. Overtime period underway as the Zebras control the tip. Isaiah Jackson on the floor, and Coach Malco wants to spread the floor and run some clock here against the man-to-man defense. Allen high on the left side. We're tied at 49, and we're in overtime at Rochester. Allen to Payne, got to get out of there. Gets it to Jackson high on the left side. Back to Allen, the baseline corner. Now to Perez. Directs traffic against Parker. Top of the key to Lingenfelder. Cavalry, 2 big threes in that fourth period.
Yeah, it was. Back-to-back threes when Rochester was down 6 to tie the game.
Reinhardt puts it off the glass from a great pass from Perez, and the Zebras up 51-49. 3:15 to play in the game in the overtime period. Rochester by 2. Dalrymple, Trapedi, right side to Parker. Thought about a 3, passed it up against the Rochester zone defense. Trapedi with the basketball, back to Parker. Right wing 3 for the Vikings, good. 52-51, Valley. Allen with the basketball now. Drives it to his left in the paint. Out to Lingenfelder, fakes a 3 inside the paint, outside to Allen. Nick straight away for Rochester, goes left, pull-up jumper over to Lanson. Is no, that was down and came out.
Nick Allen's got a couple of threes in this basketball game as well. He got in a little tight that time and just couldn't get the roll.
52-51, Tippecanoe Valley, 2.5 to play in the game. Rochester just about forced a turnover. Trapedi has it for the Vikings. Outside to Dalrymple, no look pass to Melanson, jumper in the paint was good again. He has made a living from there now.
Melanson's 12th point of the ball game. He's got 8 since halftime.
Lingenfelder to the basket, jumper is no good, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That thing rolled around the rim and fell out, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras.
Trapedi just picked up his 4th.
2:14 to play in overtime. The Vikings out 54-51. Lingenfelder to the line to shoot 2 for the Zebras.
Lingenfelder with 9 points.
Gets it. First one is good. He'll have one more. 54-52. Tippecanoe Valley by 2 with 2:14 to play in overtime. Cavalry, second one for the Zebras. No good. And then the Vikings travel and no call. Trapedi brings it up. And now we're going to have a Vikings timeout. We'll take a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value in Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines.
They've also got the possession arrow. 1 timeout for Rochester left, 2 for the Vikings. I got a feeling Coach Patrick in that timeout says we're just going to see how long they're going to let us pass it around.
Yep, and they're going to be looking for Shepard down low on the baseline or Melanson. Either one of them, they can sneak in behind the defense.
Rochester needs a foul 3 times before they put the Vikings on the bench, on the free throw line. Melanson from the free throw line, short. And the rebound to Shepard, put back, no good, foul to Rochester Zebras.
Shepard, 1 green shirt amongst 4 white ones, and he gets the rebound and the foul. The foul's against Reinhardt, his first, team 5th.
And Shepard at the line to shoot 2 for the Vikings, looking to push their lead back to 4 with 100 seconds to play in overtime.
Shepard with just 5 in this game.
First one's way short, he'll have one more. One more coming for Shepard. Second one's good, it's back to a 3-point game. 55-52. Valley on top with 1:35 to play in overtime. Allen drives the baseline, cut off by the defense out to Lingenfelder. Calvary jumps out of the paint, Leaner is short. He gets his own rebound and Melanson rips it away.
Lingenfelder had the three-pointer. He turned it down to drive the lane. Couldn't get the finger roll.
Minute 20 to play in the game. The Valley Vikings by 3. Trapiti. Dalrymple around the defense. Here comes a double team. Trapiti now to Parker in minute 10. Jump pass to Trapiti. Down low, right over Shepard. Blocked by Reinhardt. Valley gets a rebound. A minute to play. Now we're going to have a foul in the reach-in by the Zebras.
They're going to say Perez got him on the arm. That's his first, team 6.
Minute to play in the game. 55-52, and Rochester will take their last timeout. We'll take a 60. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Smith Farm Stores has everything you need for your home and your farm, both inside and out. We are your local Steel, Skag, and Simplicity dealer, offering a full-service center with a certified technician on site. Smith Farm Stores offers a wide variety of household appliances, including top-brand refrigerators, washing machines, and dryers. We are also a full-service paint center, offering on-site color matching and more. Stop by today or check us out online. Smith Farm Stores, everything you need and more.
This is Old You. And this is Now You.
5 wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Run this timer out of here and go out with the win if we don't put some pressure on them. It may come down to figuring out who to foul and who you take your chances on the one-on-one.
I say you got to put Shepard back there from what I've seen tonight.
At that point, you're looking at a 2-possession ball game.
Trapiti gets it in to Parker. Here comes a half-court trap by the Zebras. Trapiti across the timeline. Jump pass given to Melanson. Down low to right over Shepard. His lamp is good. The Vikings by 5 at 57-52. Clock runs at 45 seconds to play in the game.
Now you can't waste it.
Now you gotta shoot it.
You got to shoot it.
Perez, crossover dribble in the paint, goes up, shot good, and a foul. No. Foul. Before the shot, we got a foul. Before the shot, we have a foul on the Vikings. Brady Perez will go to the line to shoot one of the bonus.
So Parker picked up the foul, his first. Perez will shoot one of the bonus.
Brady Perez on the line for one of the bonus. The Zebras down by 5 in overtime with 39 seconds to play. The senior, free throw, good. Get it in and foul immediately.
Agreed.
Brady Perez with one more, looking to cut this lead. 2-3 with this freebie. The senior eyes the second one, lets it fly. Shot no good. Rebound by the Zebras. Allen, 3, right wing is short. Shepard to the rebound with 30 seconds. And he's going to be fouled by the Zebras.
It's a good thing because Vikings have leaked out Dalrymple down the court. If Shepard could have got his head up, they had an easy layup. So Reinhardt picks up his second foul.
So Shepard will go to the line to shoot one of the bonus for the Vikings, who lead by 4 with 31.5 to play in the game. In overtime, I should say. The Vikings have 2 timeouts. Rochester with none. And the Vikings with the possession arrow. First free throw is a big one. Pushes the lead back. Pushes the lead back to 5 at 58-53. Shepard with one more. Short. Offensive rebound with 30. Parker runs away from the defense and he is fouled by the Zebras. And that's going to send Parker to the line to shoot one of the bonus with 27.3 to play in the game.
Again, Reinhardt's on the foul.
27.3 in overtime. 58-53, Tippecanoe Valley. Parker at the line for one of the bonus for the Vikings. It's good. It's a 2-possession game right now for the Vikings, and if he hits this one, Rochester's obviously going to need the ball 3 times. Parker eyes a second one. Good again. 60-53. Whoa. Lingenfelder pushes a 22. Cavalry kicks it out to Allen. A 3, right wing. Good! Clock rolls. Rochester down by 4 in overtime, and he is going to be fouled by Reinhardt. That'll be 4. And Torpedo will walk to the other end to shoot 1 in the bonus. With 15.6 to play in overtime, Valley leads Rochester 60-56.
Torpedo looking for his first point since the first half.
Torpedo at the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Free throw is good as it bounces twice in the front of the rim and falls over.
Well, we thought free throws might be the difference of this ball game. Valley had only made 2 through 4 quarters, but they've made up for it here in the overtime.
Second one, nope. And we're going to have a foul on Shepard, but he probably should have had that offensive board.
He just about had another board.
Rochester will shoot free throws. Zebras down by 5 at 61-56, 14.8 to play in overtime.
Well, an opportunity to put points on the board with the clock stop.
Yep.
The Reinhardts will go to the line.
Reinhardt's a sophomore, will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. Valley will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So it's a 30. So the official that called the timeout was looking back at the bench as the ball was in flight to Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Rochester saying, hey, we had the basketball. He can't time out when he had the basketball, but
he didn't see it, yeah. He turned his head to call the timeout just as they threw the ball into the shooter.
14.8 to play in overtime. Valley has 1 timeout left and the possession arrow. Rochester out of timeouts. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. This has been a really good officiated game. It's been a really clean game. It's been a fast game, and by far Rochester's best game of the year, win or lose.
I tell you what, I'd love to see this kind of effort every night.
Well, you know what I tell my girls? You've done screwed up because now we know you can do it.
Yeah, now you've raised the bar.
Reinhardt's on the line for 1 in the bonus. The sophomore eyes the first one. No good. And then the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Perez with 13.5. Full court press by the Zebras.
And there goes Shepard long.
Trapiti gets it in, and now we're going to have a Valley timeout with 12.4. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This is Old You. And this is Now You. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
So Trapiti will look to get it in. Gets it into Parker. Parker's fouled immediately by Jackson with 11.3.
That's just a second for Jackson.
Again, we're back on the air tomorrow night as the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings host the Rochester Lady Zebras in conference play, weather permitting. Normally when these snowfalls are called for, we usually get the lower end.
Yeah, and it's been pretty low this year.
Parker hits the first one, pushes the lead back to 6 with 11 seconds of playing overtime. Parker's second one, good again. And Coach Patrick says, do not foul, let him run, 10 seconds. Allen, 3, left wing on the way, nope. Rebound Trapini with 5, with 4, and that'll do it. In overtime, the Vikings defeat the Zebras tonight. 63-56, postgame show next, 92.1 WROI, RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
This is Oldview. And this is Now You.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-
Zebra head coach Rob Malco joins us. 63-56. You correct me if I'm wrong. The best game we've played to date.
Yeah, it was a good game for us, and then it was a typical Valley Rochester basketball game, and the emotion and the crowd and the
the crowd was fantastic.
Yeah, the play by the players. I just felt where the game turned is their offensive rebounding.
Yeah.
Really hurt us. They ran out of bounds plays that they got easy buckets off of, where we didn't communicate or know where the ball was. That hurt us. And, again, that ugly thing of recognition at the end of the quarter, knowing that there's like 40 seconds left, we got the ball, let's go for one shot. That happened twice. So, gosh, there's some things that, we had in our control that we didn't do a very good job with, but yet the effort was there. It was nice to see some guys knock down some shots that hadn't knocked down shots for a while. Well, hopefully we can build on that.
Well, I think, Robbie, you're talking about the things that could have happened or you've been working on but really didn't happen tonight. And when it comes down to 6 points, 2 possessions, that's a big deal.
It is. It's a huge deal, especially when you consider really it wasn't any points going to overtime. I mean, it was 0-0. So all we had to have was one possession there that we do a better job decision making. And, it's just we're getting to that point in the season where, I can't really look at him anymore and say, hey, this is something that because we're young or inexperienced, that's no longer the case. This is just a situation that we're not executing, and that's on me. I got to do a better job of getting them to understand that and that the consequences are pretty severe when you don't.
First time this year I saw Cavalry Lingenfelder wanting the ball. Give me the ball, and he hit 2 big threes back-to-back. Yes, that's what we need. And Isaiah Jackson slash into the basket. That's exactly what we've been waiting to see for a while.
Yeah, there's no question. Like you said, there's some good things in there, and when you lose like this, it's hard to find those things at this very moment.
Right.
But
sure, I understand.
You're doing a good job, and you're exactly right in the standpoint of the good things. Being able to put 56 points on the board or whatever we had, I mean, that's something we haven't seen for a while. But, for both teams struggling shooting for a few weeks, it sure didn't look that way in the first quarter. I mean, everyone was just going after it and making plays. And at that point, it's a fun game. And, I give our guys credit there in the fourth quarter. We came back. I mean, we're down like 6 points, and we make that run and cut into it. And, like I said, there are a lot of good things, but if you're going to win basketball games against teams that I would consider to be our level of talent, we got to execute better.
33-30 at halftime, and you could tell, I thought I could tell, Rob, and maybe I'm seeing different things, but you could tell that Valley was in the stands against Argus when Argus would run a minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock, and they tried that against us, and I thought our defense responded.
It did, and, there was times when we made some really good plays and took advantage of their sloppiness, and I thought they took advantage of our lack of going to the boards and out-rebounded us offensively. So there was some tit for tat there for sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you go. I appreciate you coming out. Good, hard-fought battle tonight with a county rival, and we'll let you get ready for Tuesday at Caston.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Zebra head coach Rob Malco here on the post-game show. And, yeah, you know what? I've been a head coach. I know exactly where he is.
Right, yep.
Sometimes, as a head coach, you notice the not-so-good things outside of the good things. And, I totally understand where he is.
It doesn't matter that you've just played the best game you've played the entire season. You lost. So there's a reason for that. And as a coach, you just nailed it. As a coach, you see those reasons for the loss. What it's hard to see is all the good things that they did tonight to put themselves in a position to have an opportunity to win that game at the end. And what you mentioned it in the interview, Jackson slashing, Perez and Reinhardt's down low working the boards, on a field getting the putback buckets early in the basketball game, and Lingenfelder seeing that confidence from behind three-point range. Those are things to see it all come together from multiple players in one ball game where we've struggled to see it from anybody sometimes.
Yeah, but he's absolutely right. 5-point game, 6-point game, whatever it was, it comes down to 2 or 3 possessions. And what happens maybe if we run some time off that clock after the second quarter and after the third quarter and look for the final shot?
A game like this, everything that happens in the first 3.5 quarters builds up to that last 3 minutes. And I thought with 1 minute to go, the game tied, and we've got the ball in front of our own bench. All we got to do is get the ball in bounds. and run the clock down for a possible game winner.
Yeah.
Or we get fouled and we go to the free throw line, and now Valley's playing with the pressure from behind.
Yeah.
All we had to do is get the ball in, and we didn't do it.
Yeah. The final, you want this back?
Okay.
The final in the varsity game, 63-56. The JV game went to Rochester over Tippecanoe Valley, and another good one, 45-42. Quinn Stasiak, Blake Hughes with 12 for the JV.
So, final stats for the game for Tippecanoe Valley. Jace Potter off the bench for 8 points. Parker Dalrymple finished with 8. Jalen Shepard.
Hang on. And that's one thing I did not mention in the postgame show with Coach Malco is he told me in the pregame
can't let him
that
score.
We could not lose track of Dalrymple, and for the most part, I thought we did that.
Yeah, he had 8 points, 6 of those in the first half. So he only had 2 after halftime. So yeah, Jalen Shepard with 9. Tanner Trapedi with 11. Wes Melanson finished with 12, and Cameron Parker led the Vikings tonight with 15 points. They were 9 of 14 from the free throw line, 7 of 9 in overtime. They were 2 of 3 for the game. Yeah. They only turned the ball over 7 times. That was big. That was a huge stat for Valley. For Rochester, Kyle Reinhardt's finished with 4. Isaiah Jackson with 7. Nick Allen with 9. Lingenfelder finished with 10. Alex Onnefield finished with 11. And Brady Perez led the Zebras tonight with 15 points. The Zebras 8 of 13 from the free throw line, and they turned the ball over 13 times.
Still 13, not a bad number.
No, that's good for Rochester. We've seen a lot more than that on an average basis.
Don't forget, tomorrow night, Rochester Lady Zebras in action. They will travel to Tippecanoe Valley to battle the Lady Vikings, weather permitting. Now, if that game would get postponed, if it does, the rescheduled date is Thursday night.
They've already determined that if the weather's bad enough, next Thursday.
Want to wish the guys good luck on Tuesday as they travel to Caston to battle the Comets. We'll be back here on RTC for a Tuesday night game with the Academy.
Yep, the girls. Yes.
Jeremy, Kelly, thank you for your time on the cameras and behind the scenes producing. And Paul, thank you for your time back at the radio station. For Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. See you.
Bye.